Hi guys, I am back. It's been a while and I really should be working on my December daily, but that is not what I am doing currently. I'm a little bit late to the game with these journals, but I did want to share kind of what I was doing currently with you guys. I'm still in the process of making these. I'm not exactly sure when they're going to get done, but when they are done, they will go in my Etsy shop. But I kind of just wanted to give a little update and progress video. I haven't really been posting a ton. I have been posting some of my flip throughs of the journals that I've been making. But other than that, I really haven't been posting any tutorials or anything recently. I'm hoping to get my December daily kind of kicked off and started a bit here in a little while. I am using a journal that I had made last year. So if you're interested in seeing any of the videos on making that journal or filling in that journal, they're definitely in my YouTube channel. So you can definitely check those out. I will try to leave a link below. Otherwise, you can go to my channel and it's videos from, like I said, last December. So if you want to see how I did that, then you can in the meantime. But hopefully I will start getting some December daily process videos up soon. I'm really hoping. Life has been interesting lately. Nothing necessarily bad, but also not super awesome either. It's just been a lot of stress and worry and concern about, various life things. Nothing overly terrible or anything, but it's just kind of put a damper on my creativeness and wanting to really put videos together and stuff like that. So anyway, you don't need to hear about all that information, but I did want to share kind of what I'm doing currently. I have these 3 journals that I'm making, and they're made out of vintage Christmas cards. So we have this one, we have this long skinny one, and then we have these 2 kind of a little bit larger format, and then the back. All of them are one signature. They do have a fabric spine, so you can see here that this one has kind of a cardinal winter theme. This has a plaid with a little extra piece here because I didn't have enough of the fabric. This is kind of like a little kind of holly-ish looking. And then this is just a dyed muslin fabric. So I was just going to let's take a look at kind of what I've been doing inside of these. I have been working on a couple different pieces that I'm going to be using to fill the books with. So I'll show you those too. And then hopefully maybe I'll do a little bit at the end of this if it's not too long with me filling some of these journals. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But I really like this one really here. It's very sparkly. I'm not sure if it's picking up on the camera, but it's lots of sparkle all around the card. And then when you open it up, it is also lined with fabric on the inside. So it has a nice structure and it should stay, very nice. It shouldn't fall apart. And that's why I added this extra fabric on both sides of the card. And then kind of just go through, I have scrapbook paper. I did on some of this scrapbook paper, on some of these, it's only one-sided. So I did end up doing some stenciling on the other side. It should be light enough that you can write on it or put photos and things. I have this kind of almost like a parchment-y kind of paper. This is kind of almost like a resume paper, and it's a flip out. So you can open it up all the way like that. So that flips out there. This one has some vintage book paper in it. And any of this paper that was really, really brittle, I don't know if you can kind of see here, but I did reinforce it with some washi tape. So hopefully it stays intact very nicely, but it is brittle. So there's that vintage paper. This is some tea dyed paper that I made. It could be tea or coffee, but paper that I dyed. This is a sheet of a vellum or a typing paper. And then here is a page from a vintage cookie cookbook. This is the cookie cookbook actually that I made my December daily out of from last year, and I'll be using this year. So I had some pages in there. I want to include that in this book, and I really like the kind of perforations here, so I kept that and just trimmed this side. Here's another piece of that scrapbook paper, and I did the stenciling on here, and then this is the other side. More tea or coffee dyed paper. This is some vintage writing paper, more scrapbook paper. This is vintage or antique. I think it's vintage, probably not antique. Music paper, more of the coffee dyed paper. This is a vintage ledger. And in this particular case, it has some writing on it. So this was from 1952. I think that's what that says, 1952. So there's some writing in 53. So there's some writing on this one, but there's definitely plenty of space for journaling as well. And then this is the other side of the pages. So I kind of already talked about them, but you can see there's more stenciling here and all this. This also was kind of brittle paper, so I did add washi tape to the writing paper as well. So you can see this also flips out, so it comes all the way down, and then you have the whole sheet, so you can see those cookies, which I think is fun. And then this page to vellum does flip down. And then more stenciling. And then this is the back. I think all of these cards have someone's information or handwriting on this. So I thought it was kind of fun. You can definitely cover that up if you don't want to see that. But I did leave it for anybody that wants to keep it, or they can cover it up if they want to. So that is the first little journal. All right. And here is the second one. So this one's really cute. It's got these two little girls on it and a little baby looking at the Christmas tree. And sorry for the glare. So hopefully we can look at this and you can see it okay. I'm trying to hold it in a way that doesn't glare too much. And the back is just plain. Again, just one signature that's sewn in. And this one's going to be very similar. All of them are very similar. I just have different pattern paper in each of the cards. But otherwise, the other papers, such as like this paper here and stuff, is very, very similar. Again, this one did not have anything on the back, so I did some stenciling. More of that cookie paper. This is some tea-dye paper that has a little bit of shimmery blue spray on it, which I thought was really pretty. Here's another paper that has, what is it called? Oh, I can't think of what this stuff is called now. But anyway, it's like a textured, handmade, like recycled paper, if you will. If I think of it, I'll let you guys know. Here is more of that ledger. This one's from 1950. And then again, very similar pages. This is an encyclopedia page here. Again, just reinforced with the washi tape. Scrapbook paper, vintage handwriting paper, some vintage music paper. More of that tea-dye paper that has a bit of a shimmery copper spray on it. That's got a real nice shimmer to it, if you guys can see that. And then this is the back side. This is some of just green recycled kind of paper. The back of the ledger, which I just folded over to make the edge a bit more strong. So it's a full sheet, or the sheet that fits the book. And then that cookie paper with this. And then just a little extra piece of scrapbook paper here, and then the back of the card. So that's number 2. Number 3 is this candle, which I think is super pretty. I like the colors. It looks kind of like the one I just showed you guys. And the back is just plain again. And again, this has very similar pages in it, except for this scrapbooking paper is double-sided. So we do have both sides. So there's no stenciling in this one. At least not yet. I don't plan on putting any stenciling in it, but you never know. Encyclopedia paper, more of that really pretty shimmery copper colored paper. Scrapbook paper, the ledger. So just showing you this quickly. Cookie paper is cute. And then we have some music and more scrapbook paper, tea-dye paper, that ledger, more scrapbook paper. So that's that one. And then lastly is this really cute little bluebird one. And then the back is kind of the same color. This one is actually one of those folded cards, but I ended up gluing the bottom edge. So there is pockets on the front and then on the back of this one that you could slip something in. I haven't decided if I'm actually going to fill these or just leave it for someone else to fill, but they are little pockets. And I glued together because I thought it was just a bit more stable, and I did want to create the pocket aspect. So this little pad is super cute. It has these really cute Santas and elves on it. So again, there needed to be stenciling because there was no, it wasn't double-sided. More of like some, this is like German. I think it's like a German dictionary. It looks like it's like German and English. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But that's fun. That was a cute, these are cool pages. I like the color. Again, just adding some reinforcement because of the, because it's delicate. This one has a pocket here. This is, this paper is a printable. And I just folded it over and add some washi. More of that writing paper in this one. This is also a little pocket here. I haven't made an actual pocket, but it has a flip so you can make it into a pocket. We got the cookie paper again. More music sheet. This really pretty piece of paper with scrapbooking paper, stenciled with some of the star stencil. Some of that ledger. This one here I did make again so you can have it as a pocket, but I did not glue it down yet. And this could be like a side tuck. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to glue this down, but I did want to keep it because I do like the look of the edge and stuff. So I wanted to keep it. It's from 1951. And then this also is a pocket here, so you can see. This is where I folded it down so it doesn't, it opens, because I really wanted to get all of this in there, and then this whole piece as much as possible. I didn't want to cut anything off of it, so I did leave more of that in. Here's some more of that writing paper. This is stenciled again because of the back. It doesn't have any covering. Oop, got a little string in there. Some tea dye paper, coffee dye paper, and there's that dictionary. Here's another sheet that just has some scallop edge detail on it, and again, some scallop edge. This is not a pocket, it's just a freestanding, but it is pretty thick, so I did double over this. So there's that green recycled paper, and then on the other side is the other piece of scrapbooking paper, and then the inside of the card. So that is it. That is what the cards look like. I think they turned out really cute so far. Let me show you some of the things that I'm going to be putting in the books. And like I said, if I have time, I might actually do a little bit of decorating. So let me just situate this real quick. I have lots of pockets, and then I have a bunch of tags. So I'm going to show you the tags first. So I ended up using a lot of like offcuts of paper and things that I had from making the journals, and just offcuts of the paper and similar paper that was in here. So all of them are backed on tea-dyed paper, so you can see that, and they're all stitched with black. So you can see that there's journaling space on the back, or you can put photos. But this one, what I try to do is do a little bit of collage on each of these. So let me pull you guys down a little bit so maybe you guys can see just a bit better. All right. Hopefully that works. Let me make sure it's in focus. So here is just a little bit of collaging. These are printable. I think this might be maybe Tim Holtz, maybe just another company, but definitely like a die cut pack that I bought. Here is some labels. This is a printable label. This was in some kind of kit that I had that I kind of pulled apart. And then this is a printable as well, Santa. And then here are some more printables, some vintage book page, and some of that paper that I cannot think of the name of it right now, but that's on there too. Here is a die cut, another die cut, and then some of that yellow paper. We have this one here that has a die cut, and then also a printable and some of that white or yellow paper. This one just has some of that green recycled paper and then a printable on the top. This one is that little cute kids carrying the Christmas tree in a die cut. Here's Santa with a label and some green paper. Here's another one. This is a printable tag. So these are all, this is printable paper. These are from a paper pad. These pink and these green ones are from a paper pad. This is also from a paper pad, and I did some collaging on it with some, I think some Tim Holtz or another company's, the deer, and then I have some printables. Here's a cute little printable tag with a printable stamp with a little background of that green recycled paper. I have these little cute choir children on this one. Here I just have this little front door with some collaging with the different papers in the back. And then here is Santa. And then last but not least, there is this one here that has a little tag or ticket on it with some of that yellow paper. Straw paper. That's what that's called, straw paper. I finally thought of it. All right, and then here are some pockets that we made, or that I made. I have a little tiny one here that's just mounted with this one has that straw paper, or no, not straw paper, tea dye paper with a little die cut here and just a little cutout. All of these are also black stitched. So you'll see these are all stitched as well. Just some collaging on here so you can put your own phrase on this particular one. This is a cute little post office box and some collaging in the background with the vintage book page and such. Here's some more printables and die cuts with that straw paper. Here's a side tuck with Santa, and then there's some of that vintage paper on the background here. And then this is a scrapbook page with also just some collaging on it with some die cuts and some printables. And then finally, I have some of these little corners. Again, I had a lot of scraps left over, so I thought it'd be perfect to make little corners. Plus, these journals are kind of small, so these would be good places to tuck some of those tags in. So all of these are also stitched with the black stitching, and you can see that one's just left plain. I decorated that one with a little gold heart, sparkly heart. This one is decorated with a sparkly snowflake. This one is just collaged with a label and a die cut piece. We have this one with some vintage book paper and a poinsettia. And then these two, one's a candy cane and then one's just some collaging with a label on it. So those are all the little tuck places. I do have a bunch of these that I cut out with my punch. It's hard to really see in this bowl, but they're the snowflakes. I have a bunch of snowflakes. And then I also have hearts and things cut out in here too. So I may add some of these to the pockets and tags that I showed, or just to some of the pages. So those are already prepped and ready to go. And then I also have a variety of like printables and die cuts and things like that that I'm planning on possibly using in the journals as I'm making them. So I kind of pulled them out ahead of time. So I had some extra pieces, so I didn't have to dig through everything every time. So these are just something to start with. But if I don't find something I like in this pile, then I have all of the other things over here on my desk. My desk is actually a complete disaster. You just can't see it. So yeah, that's kind of what I have. Let me gather some things together and see if I can maybe start decorating some of these pages. I'll be right back. All right, so I have a couple little pockets here that I'm going to glue down first, I think. And I do think I'm probably going to make a few more pockets besides these, but these are good just to start with. I'm going to move this out of the way. And so let's see where we can put these. I want to probably put them, oh, and I forgot that this one does have the built-in pocket, so we don't have to do quite as much. Maybe I don't need to make any new pockets. So I'm thinking it'd be kind of nice maybe on, let's see, maybe on the written side of this one here. Let's see what I want to put there. No, I don't think it's going to go there. I might do some scallop edge on there. I'm not sure yet. So this is a pocket. It might be kind of pretty on here. The stars with the stars. Oh, and it kind of looks like they're coming out. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let me get my glue out. I'm going to just bend this book back a little bit so it sits nice. And I did do some inking on some of the pieces, but I didn't do inking on everything. And I don't think I'm going to do inking on like the pockets and stuff. But you definitely could do that if you wanted to. I just decided not to for this particular one. I did on some things like I mentioned, but I just didn't feel like I needed to do as much inking on these books. Stick that there, making sure it's pretty straight. All right, I'm not sure if these are going to fit. Yes, they will. Okay, so I'm not going to put anything in the pocket right now because I don't want it to mess up with the glue, so we'll come back to that. Let's find a page to put this little guy on. I mean, I think it'd be pretty if I put this on here. I just don't want to put too much weight on pages like this. I think it'll be okay. I might have to put a smaller tag in here or put something smaller in here, but I think it will work. So we'll stick it here. I can always reinforce the page on the back a little bit if I need to. All right, and then let's see, I have two more of these little guys. then I have lots of tags I can choose from. I'm definitely probably not going to put that many in there. I think I want to possibly make more pockets, but let's see. Let's get this pink tag. I think this pink tag will look nice with the pink over here. So let's see what that looks like. I think that's going to look cute. I think I'm going to like this one better. All right, I won't put it in there yet because it's still a little wet. I definitely want to get this other pink tag in. So let's see. I don't want to put pink on pink. I think the other ones are just pink, yeah. So I might put this one here. That should be pretty dry now. And I probably will put some kind of twine or something through those holes. I won't keep them plain like this. Cute. Maybe I'll do that. I don't really like how wide it is for this, so I don't know if I want to do that or not. Maybe I don't know. I like the pink with that. So let's see here. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So I think that's good for this one for now. And then we can move on. And it already is getting kind of chunked up. I'm not going to, again, put too much in this. I'm going to probably keep the embellishing to pretty low. And actually, I don't really think I like the Santa here. So I'm going to take that off. See if I want anything. I might actually just leave this blank for now. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do with the tags. And then I think I was mentioning that I probably won't do a lot with this album because I kind of like it to be pretty simple. So I'll probably keep my embellishing to a minimum on this one. I think I want this tag here though. I just saw that in my stash over here to the right. It's a little kind of stamp look to it. So I think we can put it here. I need a new little spongy. It's getting a little worn. I think I might make this a pocket too. I might not put anything in it, but just gives it an option for someone else if they want to stick something in it rather than closing it up and then not being able to do that. So we'll put a little glue and then add this down here. All right, I like that. What other little things do I have over here? I like this books belongs to. I don't know if I like it on this particular one, so maybe I'll skip that for now. Some of these are a little bit too vintagey, and this is a little bit more whimsical, so I think I might hold off. Some of the ones I pulled out are pretty vintagey looking, and I think I want something like more retro. Like I love this tag too, so I might put this one in. I know I just put that other one in, but I think that this kind of goes with the vibe of this. I think, let's see. I think I'll stick it right here. I like it. Maybe I'll put it up at the top. No, let's see. Maybe I will put it at the top, but I'll put it on a different page. At the top of this page. I like that. Okay. Let me get some more ink on my blender tool. I definitely need to get a new one. It's getting a little crummy. Crumbs are starting to fly off. Just trying to get the white off the edge. I don't really want the white showing. So this one I'm going to glue down completely. It could be a tuck that you could put something in like this, but I think I'm just going to glue this one down all the way. All right. Some of these might look cute. Let's see about putting one of these. This one is really white though, so I do kind of want to just dress this one up a bit more because I don't really like the stark whiteness with everything else. So I'll kind of add just a little extra ink to this. I'm trying not to do too much because I don't want it to be too brown, but I think that just gives it a little bit, it just looks better with this. So I'll stick this one in. Yeah, this is a pretty fragile paper, so I'm just going to glue it straight down so it doesn't, I don't think a tuck spot would be really good on this one. Do I want to ruffle? I think I'm going to. Normally I would stitch these, but I think in this case I'm just going to glue it down. So let me get my Fabri-Tac glue out and do that. like that. That's cute. Okay. Let's see, what else can we do? I have some labels. These labels are nice. They're kind of just generic, so maybe we can put a couple of these on. I don't really like the cream with the white here, so I think I'm going to not do that. But let's see. Yeah, I don't want to put it with the, for some reason, I don't want the cream on the white label. No good reason. Besides, I just don't like how it looks. I think I'm going to do that here. So again, just trying to get the white edge off of these printables that I cut out. I don't really want to have a lot of distressing. I just don't want to see a white edge. So I think I'm going to glue that here. But I'm trying to decide, it'd be nice to have something long and skinny. Which that's kind of cute. I don't want the red though with it. I think I have another green label that I can pull out. I've just got to find where my labels are here. I think it's kind of cute, and it kind of has a little tuck. I mean, it kind of blends in the background, but I think it's okay. I don't mind it too much. And I think it just gives it a way to be pulled out here. Trying to decide if I want to put any more die cuts on here or cut aparts. Or not cut aparts, but printables. I might have some cute little, these cards. These cards would actually look good in the little pockets too. So let me see if I have anything that would kind of go. But I'm wondering, maybe this can go in the bigger pocket. And one of these little guys, these are backed on the back, or they have some of these are printed, you can see on the back. So that might be kind of good with Santa there. Let's do that. And then come over here where I pulled that one tag out. Let's see if I can find it. And then, oh, that's the same pattern. I don't want to do that. But I can maybe switch it out. I think over here I had also... Maybe we can do this. And then this one can go here. Yeah, I like that. Okay, perfect. And then I don't want to use another Santa. So maybe this Merry Christmas can go somewhere. On this one, I will just, again, go around the edge real easily so it's not that white edge. It just helps it pop a little bit too sometimes. So we'll just do that. And this is a kind of thinner paper, so I think I'm just going to glue this down with my glue stick. So I have my glue book here, and I'll just glue this down here, and it will help not wrinkle the paper so much. All right, that's good. So I think maybe we can put this little bird on here too somewhere. I think that will go okay there. Let's add a little bit of stuff around him too. And again, we're just going to glue this straight down. And I think that's going to be it for now. So I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. Hopefully you enjoyed kind of the flip through and a little bit of the crafting I did today. And if you have any questions, just leave those in the comment section below.